Chapter 53. Navigating Deceptive Paths. Unveiling Peculiar Behaviors in Pursuit of Understanding. Many strange behaviors accompany those who are deceived in this false practice or any similar activity, more than those who are true followers of some higher purpose. The genuine practitioners always conduct themselves in a respectable manner, whether in their physical actions or spiritual practices. However, it's not the same for others. If you were to observe them in their current state with their eyes open, you'd notice them staring as if they were mad, with a gaze that suggests they're seeing something unpleasant. It's wise for them to be cautious because that something unpleasant is not far away. Some people tilt their heads like sheep that have been hit, almost like they're expecting something bad to happen. Others tilt their heads to the side like they have a worm in their ear. Some make weird noises when they talk, like they're not really present. That's what hypocrites do. Some cry and complain, eager to say what's on their mind, which is what people do when they stubbornly stick to their mistakes with arrogance and curiosity. Numerous disorderly and inappropriate behaviors stem from this confusion, if one could perceive them all. Yet, some are so cautious that they can restrain themselves to some extent when in the presence of others. However, if these individuals were seen in a familiar environment, they likely wouldn't be able to hide their peculiarities. Even then, if someone were to strongly disagree with their beliefs, they would likely burst out with their opinions. Yet in their minds, everything they do is out of love for a greater purpose and to uphold what they perceive as the truth. Certainly, unless something really drastic happens to stop them, they'll just keep going down this path, totally wrapped up in their big goals to the point of losing touch with reality. I'm not saying there's someone out there who's perfect and willingly tangled up in all these crazy ideas I've talked about. But it's likely that there are some, or maybe even a lot of people who get swayed by these misleading beliefs. What I mean is, there's nobody who's perfect at pretending or who stubbornly sticks to their mistakes without doing some of the stuff I've mentioned, or might mention later if certain circumstances allow it. Some people are so entangled in peculiar habits of physical expression that when they listen, they twist their heads oddly, lifting their chins. They open their mouths wide as if they are listening with their mouths and not their ears. When they speak, some point with their fingers either on their own fingers, chest, or on the person they are speaking to. Some can't sit still, stand still, or lie still without moving their feet or doing something with their hands. During conversations, some move their arms as if they were rowing, as if they needed to cross a vast body of water. Some are always smiling and laughing at every other word they say, behaving like those lacking in proper manners. It would be better to act calmly and confidently with relaxed body language and a sense of humor that's not too over the top. I'm not saying that all these unusual practices are great issues in themselves, nor are all those who do them facing significant problems. However, if these unseemly and unregulated practices control a person to the extent that they cannot stop them at will, then I assert that they are indicators of pride, intellectual curiosity, and uncontrolled desire for recognition and knowledge. Specifically, they are clear signs of an unstable heart, a restless mind, and most importantly, a lack of engagement with the principles outlined in this book. This is precisely why I've included so many of these deceptive behaviors in this writing, so that a seeker of understanding can evaluate their progress through them.